What if Ukraine conquered Belarus in 2024? It's me. This is On This Day in 2024. A year after the failed Belarusian uprising against President Alexander Lukashenko, Ukraine invades and quickly conquers Belarus. In February 2023, an anti-government uprising broke out in Belarus, but it was brutally crushed by the security forces of President Alexander Lukashenko, who has ruled the country with an iron fist since 1994. The only serious challenger to his regime, opposition leader Svetlana Tikhanovskaya, fled to Lithuania. On February, just one day after the first anniversary of the uprising, Ukrainian soldiers crossed the border and quickly make advances into Belarus. By February, they have reached the outskirts of Minsk, the capital city. With the assistance of Belarusian partisans, the Ukrainians are able to take the city without much fighting. However, the partisan uprising against the government quickly fizzles out as many Belarusians prove unwilling to rise up against their government. And so the Ukrainians find themselves in control of a very unhappy population. Ukrainian soldiers occupy government buildings and set up checkpoints throughout the city. They also quickly run into cultural and language barriers. While many Belarusians speak Russian, only about 1/3 of them speak Ukrainian. There are also significant cultural differences between the two populations. The Belarusians are predominantly Russian Orthodox, while the Ukrainians are a mix of Russian Orthodox and Ukrainian Orthodox. This creates an uneasy atmosphere as the Ukrainian soldiers struggle to connect with the local population. The Ukrainian soldiers are viewed with suspicion by the Belarusians, and there are frequent protests against the occupation. The Ukrainians, in turn, become more repressive in their tactics, and there are reports of beatings and torture. And religious leaders appeal to Pope Francis to intervene and bring about a peaceful resolution to the conflict. The Pope sends his blessing. By April, the situation has become so dire that the Ukrainian government is forced to send in reinforcements. More troops arrive from Kiev, and the occupation force is increased to 50,000 soldiers. They are charged with the task of restoring order and crushing the resistance. But as the summer of 2024 wears on, it becomes clear that the Ukrainians have made a terrible mistake. They have bitten off more than they can chew. The Belarusian people may not love their government, but they hate the Ukrainians even more. As the fighting drags on, the Ukrainians begin to lose support for their war effort. And by September, it's clear that they will never be able to truly conquer Belarus. Okay, everyone, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and share, and I'll see you next time.